and welcome to my tutorial on eyeliner. Now, eyeliners can be very complicated and so many people write to me saying that they can't do eyeliner. I promise you, after watching this tutorial and with a little bit of practice, all of you will be able to crack the eyeliner. Now I'm going to start off by talking to you just about what kind of eyeliners are out there. Now it can get very complicated, so I'm going to try and keep it very simple. Let's be honest, there's a pencil, there's a gel, and there's a liquid. I think that's pretty much it. I would recommend pencil for people that are slightly new to it, maybe a little bit older, so just want a really simple eyeliner, then a pencil is perfect for you. Now I'd either go for like a crayon or something like that that's a little bit softer. Now the reason I say softer, and you can be the judge of that, is when you go into the shop, pick up an eyeliner, rub it on the inside of your hand because that's always a little bit warmer, and just see what the texture is. So if it just glides on, then you know that's going to be a really lovely soft pencil. And that's pretty much where I think you should start. Now the ones that I can recommend are the Urban Decay 24-hour glide on. These really stay put, they're fantastic. The Bourjois clubbing ones, which are brilliant, they're waterproof. Bobbi Brown do really nice ones as well. They're waterproof, long-lasting crayons, they're brilliant. Again, all of these are very, very soft textures, so if you go and have a little feel of them, then you'll see exactly what I mean. Some waterproof ones can be a little bit hard, so always just check on the back of your hand. Now let's begin with a pencil to start off with, and then I'll talk about the liquids and the gels. Now I'm going to do one side of my face with a pencil and one side with a gel or a liquid, just so you kind of get a bit of an idea of what it feels like. The one I'm going to use here is Empire. This is a kind of purple plummy colour, which I think is beautiful, and also an alternative to black. So maybe for people that are a little bit unsure, maybe go for a brown or a plum or a grey, just to mix it up a little bit, and also it won't scare you as much. Now, with these, what I recommend doing is, I tend to have a mirror, I've got a mirror right in front of me here, and I'm going to put my head back and look down into the mirror. This is the way that I do it every time, because I like to have my eyes open when I'm applying eyeliner, because I think it really, really helps. Before I start doing the eyeliner, the one thing I want to talk about is the tracing. So when you do your eyeliner and then it smudges on your eyelid, and it's so frustrating. The one thing I'd say is either use an eyeshadow primer, so Urban Decay do one, Avon do one. Lots of people do eyeshadow primers now. Now I'm not necessarily saying an eyeshadow primer and then you have to use an eyeshadow on top, you don't. But an eyeshadow primer will help any transfer happen. So what I'm going to use is Painterly, which is a pro longwear the eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow by MAC. Just with my finger, I'm just going to pop that all over my eyelid. Now this will act like an eyeshadow primer as well, because I do tend to use these to make my eyeshadow stick. So I'm just going to pop that all over my eye. And then what I'm going to take is a little bit of a translucent powder. This one is Warm Beige by RIMMEL. Just take a little smudgy fluffy brush like that, which is I think this one's Smashbox eyeshadow, and just really gently pop a little bit of powder over your lid. So you're just setting it, okay? And then I'm going to take my eyeliner and I'm going to show you, right, so when you're applying eyeliner, try not to do it like this. This is where people go wrong and get a bit confused. Put the pencil to the side, okay? So the whole of this bit is actually sitting on your eyelid, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very gently go along, start in the middle, just do very little long strokes, like dots, dotting motions all the way along my lash line, right to the end. You don't want to come down, but just to the end of the lash where you can see. And the same this way. So you're just simply doing little dots. If you don't feel confident joining it all up at the beginning, that's absolutely fine, you don't have to. Just carry on going little dots all the way to wherever you want to go, all the way along, okay? What you can do if you want to make it a little bit thicker, then go in a little bit more and just join up all your dots. So just very gentle stroking motions all the way along, all the way down. And the same on the inside, all the way along to meet the middle. And that is that. So simple. Now I'm going to take a little brush, a little angled brush. This is from NANSHY and it's an angled detailer. And what I tend to do now is if I want to smudge it up a little bit, okay? So I'm taking the eyeshadow brush very on its side and just going over exactly what I've done. I'm just smudging it a little bit. But also by doing this, this will give you the confidence to when if you do want to use a gel liner, then you'll know how it feels with a brush. Just go all the way along. Now if you find that it stops dead there, like mine has, and I just want it to flick up a little bit, I'm just going to take the pencil, and naturally when you look into the mirror, straight away you can see that your little lash here just goes up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that and just pretend to draw in my lash just there. Join it in, just like that. So instead of it going down like a sad eye, just simply popping a little bit just in there. Just a little bit of detail there, so it's a tiny little flick. And then again with my angled brush, I'm just going to smudge it up. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be precise. You don't even have to do a flick. You could have just stayed right at the first step. This is just to give a little bit of a lift if you want it, but you don't have to. Maybe try the first one and then move on to this. And then just smudge it out. So it's just a really, really simple, beautiful eyeliner. So this is the pencil side, so this is a nice softy side, and these are the liquid pencils. Now this one is Burberry. I also have a L'Oreal one, Smashbox do brilliant ones, and these ones tend to be a little nib like that, as you can see. Very, very fine nib. If you're confident with it, perfect. If you're not, then maybe don't go for those straight away. The other ones that you can go for are these. So these are the gel pots. This one is from Bobbi Brown, but Maybelline do one, L'Oreal do them, MAC do them, so lots of people do them, lots of different price ranges, but I think these ones are fantastic and they last a long time. They're smudge proof, they're crying proof, they're brilliant, but this one you would apply with a brush. I'm going to go for the Look Good Feel Better, and this is the detailed eyeliner brush. You see how teeny weeny the nib is? Perfect, that's what you want. So I'm going to take my gel pot, just go in with the brush, just take a small amount so a bit of a clump is there, and then what I tend to do is pop a little bit on the back of my hand so you get the texture that you're after. This is how you get a really big detailed flick. Now for my eyes, I've got quite oval kind of eyes, and I like my eyes to go out like that but not too big. So what you want to do is you actually want to trace your natural eyeline, okay? So this is this bit here. I'm going to extend my line all the way along, all the way along, all the way along, and take it up like that. The other way to do it is look directly in the mirror, and where your natural lash is, what you want to do is just simply draw it in there. So I've added another lash. So that's where I want my line, okay? I'm going to go for quite a long flick. Start from the middle. Now I tend to cross my hand over. There's no point kind of doing it like this because it's confusing. So put your head back again, and then you want to go a dot, 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 dot. So there's no gap between your lashes and your eyeliner. You want to join it all the way along to your line that you've created, okay? You're not joining it up yet. And then same with this side. Just a little dot motion. Use the brush on its side as well, that'll help. All the way into the inner crease. Again along here, all the way to your line. Okay, depending on how big you want to take your line. I quite like mine quite extravagant. So I'm going to take my line out like that, like it's already there. And then I'm going to form an arrowhead all the way down like that. Okay, so it's kind of joining kind of to the end of my eyeball, where the colour of my eyeball is. So I'm just stopping just there. So you've kind of formed an odd little arrow shape. Then you fill it in. The colour I'm using is actually Caviar, so it's not black, it's like a browny, well, it's the colour of Caviar, so it's a browny black. So it's not too harsh. Now obviously you can do a much smaller version than this. So once you're happy with it, this is how you can tone it down a little bit. Take a wipe and just with your fingertip, just go along just underneath your lash line. Just flick it up like that. And that will create a slightly softer one, as you can see. And then you can draw in your tip a little bit more if you want to. I'm going to curl my lashes a little bit now. And then just another little coat of mascara. With my concealer now, I'm just going to go over and just clear up any underneath. So there's a little bit of a red dot there. A little bit here. This is just a very, very, very simple way of getting a really, really beautiful, clean liner. As you can see, really gorgeous flick, just a really subtle, soft pencil one. Now I know I look completely bizarre, but I guess you can go, this is daytime, this is nighttime. This is daytime, this is nighttime. So it's completely up to you, but I hope that helps. Now take your time with your eyeliners. Don't go too crazy, don't be too heavy-handed with it as well. Practice makes perfect with it, but have a little bit of fun. But I promise you, if you follow those little step-by-step things that I've done there, that will help. So there you have it, guys. You have my little step-to-step guide of how to get the perfect eyeliner. I hope it's helped. Please let me know if you like this video, and if it's been helpful, please do send me some pictures because I'd love to see your eyeliner. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and please do subscribe below. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care. Bye.